Agric Investments is the #1 most lucrative investment platform in Nigeria as at 2022. The basic need of a man is food, clothing, and shelter. And with the increase in insecurity in Nigeria, especially in Northern Nigeria, which is the hub of agriculture and food production in Nigeria and Africa, the production of food and agri product has shrinked. And with this information, I want you to understand that a lot has affected the food production in Nigeria, especially the insecurity in Northern Nigeria. Because of that, Agric investment and Agric storage business is one of the most lucrative business to venture in 2022. I want to share with you guys the knowledge that I got that made me to invest over 2 million naira in 2021 in Agric storage business. And today I am a proud Agric storage investor, and I have made a lot money than I have invested. I am going to reinvest that money because you know what? I am not about to go back on something that I have seen that has profited me very, very well from the comfort of my house. I don't have to lift a grain of corn, okay? So if you're interested in that kind of content, you want to upscale your finances, Agric investment is the #1 way to go. And I am not saying this because I am into agric business. I am saying this because it is fact and it is what is trending right now. Okay, my name is Habila. I'm a Northern Nigerian lifestyle vlogger. I used to be a 9-to-5er, and then I started content creation in 2017, and then I resigned my job in 2020. I started my business, which was the most lucrative business in Northern Nigeria as at that time that I could venture in because it was less capital intensive, which was Kayamata business, and that was my main stream of income until I saved up enough money to start my investment business. I want to carry you guys along my growth process all through from last year till now, and how much I have made in agric business, and how I have been able to organize a structure for anyone who wants to invest in agric business in 2022. So first of all, I started my investment as far back as July 2020. July 2020, I bought like a few bags of corn, and I don't even know what I used that money for, to be honest, because as soon as they gave me back my money, I don't even remember how much I invested. I shall know my mom threatened me and just collected my money to start agric business because she has been doing it for the past 5 to 10 years. And I decided, let me just even try, even if it's 3 bags. So I bought 3 bags of corn as at 2020, and I sold it at how much? Because of how uninterested I was in the business, I did not give it so much thought. When they sold it for me, I think I bought it as at 18,000 or so, and then they sold it for me as at 27,000. I don't even remember, but that was like the sketchiest of them all. As at last year, my mom asked for a farmer's loan. She was like, somebody wanted a farmer's loan and I could afford it at that point. So I gave him, was it 204,000, 206,000 naira? And then we gave him, and he gave us corn back when it was in season for 8,000 naira per bag. When corn came out as at last year, when everybody was in the market for people who wanted to buy, when it was available, it was sold at 17,000 naira. That was double of the money that I bought. So if I had wanted to sell my corn at that point, I would have sold it, but I did not. And I was able to sell my corn for 28,000 naira, which is times 3 of the money I used to buy it indirectly. Now, I bought my beans last year at 30,000 naira. As at now, beans is like 35,000 naira, and we are projecting that beans could be up to 60,000 naira this year. That is like 2 times my money. That is like 100% over. It's a good ROI, right? It is not without its risks, to be honest. Agribusiness has its ups and downs. There are times when if you don't buy when it's in season early enough, you buy later, you can fail in the business. That is why we are working with consultants who have been in this business for the past 10, 15, even 30 years to be able to guide us through registration and managing this Agric investment business. I'll start by telling you the name of my Agric investment business. It is Kwafili Enterprise. Kwafili is like my name that my grandma gave me, but I never got to use, and I decided, because the name is such a beautiful name, it means a woman of profit. A woman of profit. And I was like, you know what, this is a good name because this business is a profitable business and I'm willing to start off. Early in the year, I shared with some of you guys my journey on my Agric business. This same story I said earlier, I said it in that video, and I took you guys to my beans, how much beans I bought, and the bagging and all of that. I showed you guys, and a few people showed interest. And because of how Nigeria is and the whole scamming and fraud, all of that, I decided not to work with anybody and not to endanger anybody's business by involving people. Oh, people are just asking, who can I buy beans from? I cannot vouch for anybody but myself. So I decided not to share that information until I was sure and I have worked with these people for a bit. And I decided, because I'm the only person I can trust, why not I get a storage place in that same farm and that same farm market, and then buy people's products for them, store it for them. When it's time for them to sell, I sell for them and I give them their money, right? With my own inside, because I cannot do free work for you, but the major money will be yours, to be honest. Now, this is how the business is going to be operating. We are going to start with just 3 products: egusi, corn, and beans. Egusi, as at last year, they bought it for 30 to 35,000 naira as at the first and second week of release, and by 2 weeks later it increased to 50 to 60,000 naira per bag, and the current price of egusi is 90 to 100,000 naira. And the best time to buy egusi is August, September. But because egusi is such a high-end product, it is very expensive. For some of you who do not know, melon, egusi, the best time to buy egusi will be August, and that's why I'm even starting now. For people who want to invest in the 3 badges, you can choose which badge you want. Either you want to buy egusi or corn or even beans. So we are going to be projecting 2 years. So if egusi does not do well in 1 year, it will do well in the other year. For me, as I am buying, I am selling, I would not waste time. The best time to buy is when I'm buying. The best time to sell is when I'm selling, and that's why I've started saving my money from now. Now, egusi is very, very good because, first of all, it is high-end, it is expensive, and secondly, it does not get spoiled, okay? So it cannot be infested by weevils or any of those things. You can store it for up to 2 years. It has up to 2 years shelf life post-production. So even if you don't want to sell the first year, you can sell the second year. Now, we are moving on to corn. Corn is also very good. I shared my corn story with you guys and my bean story. As of last year, when corn came into the market, it was sold at 17,000 naira post-production per bag, and it's now sold. It's now selling, because this is the time to sell corn, June, July. It's now selling at 28,000 naira, even for some which are not so good, for 26,000 naira. The best time to buy corn would be October, November, and the best time to sell would be June, July, sometimes even to August. So why are we investing in corn? A reason why we're investing in corn is because corn is not only for human beings. It's not only human beings that consume corn. Animals too also consume corn. One of the major products that they use in producing animal feed is corn. So if you don't sell to human beings, you sell to production companies that make feed, okay? So as at this year, why corn is why I chose corn as part of the product that we're going to be using is because as at last year, fertilizer sold for 15 to 16,000 naira, and corn is a product that needs a lot of fertilizer. Every corn farmer must buy fertilizer. As at last year, a bag of fertilizer was 15 to 16,000 naira. As at this year, a bag of fertilizer is 29 to 30,000 naira. As at now. Now, even manure, fowl shit that they used to use to substitute, which is for the low-end farmers used to be 2,500 naira last year, and this year is 6,000 to 6,500 naira. Foul shit. Now, corn is very lucrative because people consume corn a lot. That is why I decided these are like the odds in this game, and corn is going to be a good business to invest in this year. And the last but not the least is beans. Beans is very popular and is sold bit, and Nigeria has one of the best beans production in Africa, and we export beans even outside of Africa, and that is why I decided to choose beans. Even though beans has a lot of sensitivity as regards saving, because beans can get infested by weevils, and if it does, it's spoiled. Now, one of the things that made us to start this business is because when you give out just your money to anybody to buy the grains for you without you being there yourself, they can buy you products that are not good. There are different types of beans, right? So we're going to streamline to a particular kind of beans, and a particular standard of beans. It has to be well picked and arranged so that when we are selling, we are not selling rubbish beans. We are selling good beans to people. We are selling good corn to people. We are selling good egusi to people. The best time to buy is when it's coming out early, so that you buy at the cheapest before it increases or reduces. It depends on the acceptance of the product that year, and that's why I'm working with consultants to be able to guide us through this business so that we do not make a lot of mistakes. Now, there are risks involved in this business, and I'm not going to hide it from you for any reason, because I'm not about to cheat anybody's child or anybody's father. Now, the risks involved is if you don't buy in time or on time, you can buy at a loss and probably not make a lot of money, or even sell at a loss. That is why we are working with people who are experienced in this business to guide us through it. Now, in this business that we are starting, Kofili Enterprise would create a group. Registration is absolutely free, because na free knowledge I get start my business. So registration is absolutely free. All you have to do is just send a message to 09016015223. I'm going to put up the number on the screen. When you send the message, they are going to transfer you to another group, WhatsApp group, where they would put every potential Agric investor for the year. We are working with 3 badges. The first badge is going to run from August, the second badge is going to run from October, and the last badge is going to run from December. So the first batch, which is August, is going to be for egusi. The second batch, which is October, is going to be for corn, and the third batch, which is for December, is going to be for beans. Now, you can invest in the 3, you can invest in 2, you can invest in 1. You can buy as much as 1,000 bags of corn or 1,000 bags of beans. Depends on the availability of the product as at that time. And that's why we're creating a group where we are going to be sharing information and what we have decided on. And because of the sensitivity of this business, by the time it is close to buying time, we're going to get the best price, and that is the price that you're going to pay for, right? So 2 weeks to when is exactly 14 days, 10 working days of the week. If you are interested in it, you have already paid your money, would buy your product and will sign it with your initials. So when you're buying, there's a form you fill. All of that process is going to come in the WhatsApp group, and the information you get later. As you're paying, you're sending your proof of payment, you are receiving it, you are documenting. If you are available in Abuja, if you can travel down, that is even better. You would come to the office, you would sign, you get in your beans, you would see it as this, whatever product you're buying, this is your product, you're going to sign on it. Your initials are going to be written on the bags. When it's time to sell, we're going to sell for you and give you back your money. But if you're not ready to sell at that point, we would keep it for you, but the risks, whatever comes afterwards, will be yours. We are going to just be mediators, like brokers. We'll tell you the best time to buy and the best time to sell, and we'll buy for you and we'll sell for you. The only thing that you would have to pay us for would be the charges, service charge of storage, of packaging and packing, of transportation, fumigation, preservation, and security. Some of them, the place that you need to, the storage place has to be fumigated and arranged and preserved, especially for beans and corn. So those things have to be paid for. The packaging and the packing has to be paid for. The bags and everything has to be paid for. And we are going to come to a conclusion in the group as regards how much per bag is going to be paid for all of that. And it's going to be as simple as possible, to be honest. This is a new business and it's very flexible. So if you're interested, please, the numbers are on the screen. Just send us a message and then we'll walk you through the process. And whenever you want to pull out, you're okay to pull out. Whenever you want to come in, you're okay to come in. We are working with 3 badges this year, and that is it. This is going to be the end of this video. If you have questions as regards this investment opportunity, please let me know in the comment section. The numbers are there, my email is there, the inquiry is going to be all in the description box, so that you are clear on what you're investing in. And it is very open for anybody who wants to send a representative. If you are not in Nigeria, if you are in Nigeria, if you cannot make it to Abuja, you have someone who you can send to come and see exactly what you're buying. We're going to be as transparent as possible. There will be more updates in subsequent videos as regards this investment opportunity. If you're interested, let me know. If you're not, it's okay. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.